T sometimes.
I call you T a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should clarify. I did have nicknames in high school, but they were all bullying related.
Oh, sure.
Such
sure.
as-
My nickname in high school, because foreign.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma, a small town in Oklahoma, like farming town. My nickname was Gay-Nadian.
Canadian.
Because my brother had the nickname Canadian.
Yeah.
So that was taken.
There goes my first idea for you.
Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we are here with special guest. You know him from the Hild Podcast and the Headgum Podcast. This is Brad Hild. What's up, Brad?
What's up, guys?
Do you have a time to listen to me whine?
Oh, keep it going. I love that.
I only have the sound. It only is like 6 seconds on the soundboard. I would hate to get copyright stricken from an AI generated artist. Is all.
Yeah,
Brad,
you gotta watch out for that.
How are
AI.
you, man?
I'm good. I'm living the life over here in Portland, Oregon.
In Portland.
Okay, so I have to say, my sister today actually is doing the debut of her serial killer live show in Portland, Oregon. It's actually happening tonight. This is a timestamp, the day we're recording. So it's interesting. A lot of my family is there. I have to work, so I can't be there. But
I just saw
if
your
you're free
parents
tonight,
the other day.
go check it out. Psychology of Serial Killers.
Yeah, we'll talk later. I'm free. So I'm there.
That's good. Yeah, when we asked you when you were free to record, you sent me your Google Calendar, and it was just
empty.
Yeah,
bone dry.
Normally when we reach out to people, like there's sort of a delay, and we like give them some time to check and see if they're free.
I have nothing going on.
Yeah.
Way
right
too
there.
free.
Yeah,
way too
we could
free.
we could record like 3-4 episodes.
Oh, wow.
You want to batch some? Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. I did have like a bit prepared in my head that I was going to do a joke at the beginning of the show that we were about to do like our first 7-hour extravaganza and like not let you know. So, but now knowing that you would have just willingly been like, all right, it kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. So so you're living it out in Portland, Oregon. That's cool. T, are you doing anything new and exciting?
Yep. Well, I just was in LA for my girlfriend's birthday, which was fun.
Brag.
Yeah. West Coast lifestyle.
What you might not know is I hate LA. It's the worst city on earth, and I haven't been back there since I lived there. I think this was the first time kind of back in the old stomping grounds.
Thomas lives in Chicago now, Brad.
Yes. And
nice. Chi-town.
Yeah.
Love that.
And I am terribly shy. So it's a good
Thomas moved there thinking it was a good place for introverts.
So compared to LA, I don't know, people are a little more in their own worlds. So while we were there, Kim had a birthday and she gathered together with some old friends in LA, and one of them named Carl gave her some gifts for her dollhouse, some miniatures. She likes to collect these. And there was some nice things. There's a little potted plant. You can't really see it, but there's a potted plant there.
Okay, yeah.
Love that.
There's like a little easel.
All right.
Things are falling.
Yeah.
I really
this
should turn
plastic
off the green
wrapping
screen.
is all we can really see.
It's not
this
really
is
working.
terrible.
But hopefully you can see this one.
Oh my god!
It's a little
that's
electric
beautiful.
chair.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Just
Functional too.
Yeah.
Is
that your newest mousetrap?
If you have like a Stuart Little or something that has committed a
wanna do a little
horrific crime,
cock and ball torture on him.
Well, this is actually a bit big for that. For me, but,
No, I meant on the Stuart Little.
No,
I
your-
see. I
Not
see.
on
Thomas
you,
is,
man.
see, Brad.
So,
Thomas
you
also
think-
calls his member Stuart Little, so it's sort of it's
Stuart Little
confusing for
cock
him.
and ball torture.
I think we have an episode.
So nice
title.
to have you on. Thanks for coming.
And this is, I can see the recording time hasn't hit 5 minutes, so the YouTube, the TOS, like we're gonna get. I'm gonna get
sorry about
suppressed.
that.
No, it's fine. Whatever. Oh no, 4 people are gonna see it instead of 5.
Fucking matters.
No, it doesn't.
Kevin, how are you?
Yeah, so I could talk about how, so Thomas and I's girlfriends actually have birthdays on the same day, not because of the same person, because they're not, but because Thomas and I are very similar. But instead, that's why that our partners have the same birthday. But no, we went away to our cabin. That was fun. That was fine. But I don't care about that. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about something that's been bothering me for weeks, for months. A few weeks ago, Club Soda Improv ruined an entire practice because of this. I brought it up on the latest bonus episode of What We Do in the Basement, which was like a one shot. So go listen to that if you want to. Thomas, Brad, I need both of your opinions on this because this ruins some friendships for me. If something is deceptively simple, is it actually easy and seems hard, or is it actually hard and seems easy? There is a right answer, in my opinion.
It's deceptively simple.
That's correct.
Okay, is there an example you could give, or?
Well, sure. You could be like, completing that task was deceptively simple. Yeah.
I feel like that's.
Well, I'll let Brad answer.
No,
Brad,
you go ahead. You go ahead.
I would hate to make myself look dumb, so why don't you guess?
Yeah, I actually really don't appreciate you stepping on my toes there.
Brad was so happy when he realized he didn't have to keep talking.
I feel like it's subjective, right? If something's simple or not, like you could be a total dumbass.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and then everything's hard for you.
Yeah, I'm very intelligent, so that wouldn't happen. But
okay. I think that although it is subjective, if we're just talking about the meaning of the words, deceptively simple means it looks hard, but it is easy.
That's what I think. That's what I think. I think it has to appear. Right. The amount of fucking people. It's not that interesting for me to bring it up on the podcast if you both agree with me, but that's fine.
Well, no. For example, getting Brad to guest on the show. Deceptively simple. We thought this was going to be a challenge. He jumped at the opportunity. It was great.
I've been sitting at my computer for a day and a half just waiting.
Yeah, like you should see the DMs I have to some of your colleagues, even your bosses, some would say, begging, pleading for them to acknowledge us. And for you to just easily, I expected nothing. And you messaged me back as I was typing out the message. You sort of said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And you saw the 3 dots, which is, were you like looking at a chat? Did you just have it open waiting for me?
Well, yeah, I kind of look for niche podcasts and then just kind of wait for them to message
wait for them to.
As the host of a niche podcast.
Yeah, niche is a a little generous for what we are. We're working our way up to niche.
Because like a niche is sort of like a small inlet, like on a cutting board, where if you have like a wooden cutting board, or even actually honestly a plastic one, because it probably collects more bacteria. That's what I sort of think of us as. Is sort of that type of
exclusively for cutting garlic and fish.
Exactly.
Is this show.
Right. It's like in Goodfellas where they slice the garlic so thin that it dissolves in the pan. Like that's kind of
you guys are thin garlic of guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that.
Let's spin the wheel, Thomas. What do you think?
Shall we? Well, yeah. Okay, let's give it a spin. Let's get a warm-up segment in before we really get into the hard-hitting questions, because there's a lot we need to address here. But let's do that. Let's sort of build a foundation here.
Ooh, sorry if it's loud. I have no control over this thing.
Okay. Podcast impression. The group will pick a popular. We've done this once.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The group will pick a popular podcast and try to do their best imitation of it.
Okay. Yeah. We did. Okay. I think we did This American Life last time.
This American Life before.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. It does feel like I planned this. I didn't. Now that the wheel has spoken, as it were.
I wonder.
What's a popular podcast that...
This feels like a trap.
Yeah, that reminds me of like our skill set.
I think I'll just put myself into the Headgum studio digitally, just in case we need to be here. It might be important that I'm here. Let's
say.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, just for fun. Let's just say, Brad, that we're in the Headgum studios.
I've sat in that very chair.
Yeah.
Like how often
I got this background
from
when Jeff spilled coffee, I think.
Does it feel like Jake and
do they
Amir,
talk
like,
about us or
think about us, talk about us?
Yeah, there is a dartboard. It is in the back room.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of off camera,
Nice.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I wouldn't say much like talk about, but more like throw garbage on.
Oh, so there's a dartboard that they throw trash at?
And darts.
darts.
Darts, trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of like
fucked, 'cause-
discarded ideas.
Oh.
Wow. So is it our faces? Is it like, because
that would
It's
be
actually
to be up in the office is kind of an honor, like
Yeah,
to
I'll
be
take
thought
that.
of at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
it used to be your faces.
Oh.
And now
It's been kind of like soiled to the point
okay.
of no return. Yeah.
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
that's bad for us. Do we
It's all with love.
Sure.
is it?
Well, no, but Kevin, think
Sure.
about this. Like,
What soiled my face with love? What do
Yeah.
you think about this, Thomas? I'm
I
infuriated.
just think that you're reading into this in like a negative way. Like,
a negative way.
yeah, like no press is bad press. The fact that we are the heel, the villain, even though arguably we were the ones who were robbed.
We were the victims.
We were the victims of grand
Yeah.
theft.
Grand Theft
Podcast.
Auto. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto, baby. That's what's going on here.
So yeah,
listen.
let's do what's
Should
we do an
should we try to do
impression
an if I were, well, let's do an if I were you. Let's go
Let's
grab
do
a
an
relationship
impression
advice
of-
question.
of if I were you?
Yeah. Do you want to pull it up to you? You got it. You want me to?
Yeah, I could find some.
Do you realize
quick,
the options I gave there were? Do you want to do this tea or do you?
Yeah,
That's what I
two
asked you.
options.
Yeah.
Let me find a Dear Prudie advice
This-
question here.
I am like ephemerally glitching out of existence into this studio. I hate this.
Almost like the dartboard. You're
I look-
fading.
yeah, if I can just fuck with my lighting
Okay.
a little bit, I might be, and I
So-
cover myself in shit. A little.
So
It's probably
yeah,
what I look like.
you look like you're holding up dollhouse furniture right now. But okay, so here's the deal, Brad. You can agree or disagree. Or sorry, no. To be more like Kevin, you can agree or you can say yes. So we're gonna do an advice question. We'll just do it straight. If we do a good job, you work for us now. That's the deal. If this goes well,
You can come on.
We'll hire you. You can
Okay.
manage our accounts.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope
Yeah.
you are familiar with overdraft fees. Those are the main. Okay, so Dear Prudence, help. I'm divorcing my husband over an insane stunt he pulled at our wedding. Everyone is saying I should give him another chance, but this was unforgivable. Dear Prudence, I just got married before Christmas and I'm hoping to be divorced or annulled by the end of January.
Speed run.
Whoa.
I'm
yeah.
hoping to be. Like, what
Yeah,
advice
what
do you
the
need?
fuck? Yeah. Seems like you're a pro.
Obviously, that wasn't my plan originally, but I never cared about getting married, but I wasn't opposed to it. So when my boyfriend proposed in 2020, we decided to go for it. We each took on about half the responsibility for organizing the wedding, but I think I was pretty reasonable about compromise when he really wanted something. My only hard and fast rule was that he would not rub cake in my face at the reception. Being a reasonable man who knows me well. That's a weird one rule, but anyway.
No, I'm with her.
Yeah. You can cheat on me. You can kill my family. But if you put that fucking frosting on my cheeks.
That fondant.
Yeah.
Then I will not be so fond.
I am not
of-
fond.
Yeah, exactly. Unfondant of you.
So, being a reasonable man who knows me well, he didn't. Instead, he grabbed me by the back of the head and shoved my head down into it.
He
No.
broke my nose.
Yeah, he shattered my neck into 3 places.
It was planned, since the cake was full caps destroyed. And he had a bunch of cupcakes as backup. I left. Next day, I told him we were done.
Oh my God.
I am standing by that.
Oh my
The
God.
thing is that over the holidays, everyone, full caps, has gotten together to tell me I should give him a second chance. That I am overreacting because of my issues. in brackets to explain the issues. I am.
Okay, good.
I am.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, here we go. Well, do you guys want to guess what some of the issues might be before I
I don't
reveal
know
them?
that it's a
Severely allergic to cake frosting.
yeah.
Deathly allergic to cake frosting.
Betty Crocker killed her family.
Oh,
so
shit.
she's got beef with Betty. Yeah, what's the issues, T?
I am very claustrophobic after a car accident years ago, and I absolutely panicked at being shoved into a cake and held there. I mean, I get it, but also...
But that's not the issue
That seems
with the
different than
frosting on the face.
claustrophobia.
I think
Like-
it would be
like
better
those two-
if she used to be a stripper.
Yeah.
And she was in a cake and they forgot her in there, and that's why she's claustrophobic.
Yeah, she's
It was
like, you know
like the
how many
beginning of Some
times-
Like It Hot, where she came out of the cake and then the Valentine's Day massacre happened.
It's just horrible shit.
But I feel like if you're claustrophobic, that would mean you're scared of being trapped inside the cake, which, as Brad sort of alluded to.
But also she said like this is my issues, but that doesn't explain the frosting on the face. I don't like you have like an aversion.
Right, if she had put the little finger and the fork on the nose, that wouldn't have been claustrophobia. But anyway.
No. I is there more?
So there's a little more.
Oh
That
my
I
God.
love him, even though right now I don't feel that at all. He loves me, and that means not giving up at the first hurdle. I don't want to, but everyone is so united and confident in their assurance I am making a terrible mistake that I wonder if they are right. Signed, give him till February? Question mark.
What guy? This is a doomed marriage, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
doomed.
Pretty interesting.
Why?
I mean,
Why be?
it does seem like she was just looking for anything to end the marriage. Like, she's so excited to not marry him. She didn't really want to marry him in the first place. She set like this sort of weird boundary rule, which, okay, fine. It is weird that she said, please don't do this, and he did it.
Yeah.
I'm with her on that.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the tradition of the cake on the face at the birthday. I'm not a fan of that, so I understand. I can empathize.
I'm a
I
cake
kinda-
purist.
You're a cake purist.
I'll take the other stance. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of fun on a day where everything's supposed to be
fuck
perfect.
you, man.
Hey, hang on.
Brad leaves the show.
This is the most
your
offensive
ass.
thing we've said. Threatening your employment. Cake is where I draw the line.
Yeah.
I just think
yeah.
look, I'm a fan of we live in a land of contrasts. We say that almost every episode,
No, we don't.
right? We say
No,
that every
what?
episode. We live in a land of
Land
contrasts.
of
don't we?
contrasts?
Yes. And isn't that,
that
what
because you're
society,
white
after
and I'm
all, isn't that
brown?
what society is when you get right down to it?
Is that what you're trying? Are you trying to make it like a weird racial thing?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Anyway,
Okay, it was so easy to convince me.
relief.
I was worried. So as long as
We
we're
live
not.
in a land of contrasts, and whether you're black, white, no, I'm just kidding. But I think at an event where everything is supposed to go perfect and flawlessly, where your hair is so nice, you get the dress, you get the look.
The wedding is.
It's kind of beautiful to have a moment where you embrace the chaos and the mess. The chaos and the mess of a little cake on your perfect gown.
But you got to do that with, like, you got to be on side, right? Your partner's got to be on side with that. You got to do it
I
together. You
think
got to plan
You
it.
need to have your ears tugged, your face slammed into a cake.
You're a
swirly style.
bully.
Yeah,
You're a
you want-
bully.
You want to
need
get
to
in a
be-
fight with your wife at the
Noogied
wedding.
into the nougat. That's what I'm saying.
Your cake has nougat in it.
Yeah, you want your wife to be a 1990s WWE wrestler that you put through a table. That's what you're hoping. You're hoping to power
I
bomb her
want
through the cake.
White cake, wet willy. Let's do
What?
I don't know. I'm trying
What
to
is
name
that?
willy things. I should have said wedgie. That
What,
would have fit
willy?
better.
Yeah.
Oh, because like the I see.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
It was good. That was really
Thanks,
good.
man.
Well, so that's our relationship
Yeah.
advice. You
So
don't want to marry
I don't
your
think
husband.
it matters like if you're Asian, like from Mexico, like wherever you hail from.
Yeah.
Like
Be so careful.
we each have a cake frosted for our face. And isn't that, after all, the true wedding?
White people.
I agree.
No, I'm fully out.
So I guess the question is,
Yeah.
should they divorce now?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, she's looking for an out. It has nothing to do with the cake. It has nothing to do with this. I mean, honestly, her husband might be prone to weird bouts of violence. That's like the idea of her like getting her face like being accosted and like shoved into it like the Joker.
The
doing
fact
the
that he
Hansel
planned
slap.
it. Yeah.
You want to see a magic trick?
He
I'll
had
make this
the backup.
cake disappear.
She specifically told him not to do it beforehand, and then he did it anyway. He went into extra planning mode.
Yeah.
And she said she didn't even want to get married in the first place, right?
Yeah. So none of
just
this.
don't.
Yeah, I feel like she's in a position she doesn't need to be in. I think and I'm always of the opinion that if your relationship doesn't feel like 1,000%, especially at the altar, like fucking.
I mean,
at any
on the other
point-
hand, I like she didn't really want to get married. She says I never cared about it, but I wasn't opposed to it. Like this is a red flag, but how long have they been together? Like. Is this really grounds for termination? Like,
listen, she's going to Reddit to ask for advice.
No, this is Dear Prudence. This is Slate. It's a respectable. This is a respectable advice call.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's about as good as counseling. Like like, listen,
that's
honey,
where I
you're
get
going
all
to
my
counseling, or
advice.
I'm writing Dear Prudence. Like one of the two.
To be generous to this man, and again, I don't know.
This is about you, isn't it?
I don't know if he's from Scotland.
You're this guy.
I don't know if he's from
You
Japan.
didn't go to. You went to LA to marry.
He could
Kim.
be Australian.
Did you?
He has cake
slam-
all over his face.
Yeah, and his hands.
That's just a toothpaste.
In fact, is that little cock and ball torture device? Is that covered in frosting, or am I?
Look, we don't need to. We don't have time. But.
I have all day.
Yeah, I was gonna say Brad has a lot of time. That was very clear.
I have a
actually,
very tight schedule.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm gonna defend this guy, the cake boss. Let's call him.
Let's call him. Yeah. Okay.
What happened was, look, he's not funny. He's and many people aren't. Obviously, we aren't. But like.
Well,
sometimes unfunny people will hear you set a boundary and will think the funniest thing I can do. Because this isn't ultimately that big of a deal, the cake thing is kind of trivial, I'm going to just do it because you said not to, and that'll make it extra funny. That is
funny.
It's stupid, but I don't know that it's like relationship endingly stupid. It feels like you just have to say, hey, like, that was something I actually was serious about, and you did it anyway, and you embarrassed me, and like, here's how that affected me. Give him a chance to own up to it on his end, maybe acknowledge like, oh, I didn't realize how serious it was, whatever. It just feels like it's not quite big enough to be like relationship over unless it speaks to all of these other things. But to me, there's something like she's just looking for a reason to end.
No, yeah,
You're
man,
wrong.
it really sounds like you're the one that did this.
Yeah,
the more that you're talking.
Yeah, I can't. It's just you're really like almost like begging for a second chance
angel
through
food
your
cake isn't as hard as other cakes. So like when her face sort of
Firstly,
slammed
yes,
into
it
the
is,
thing.
right? Yes, it is. A chocolate cake and an angel food cake are
Angel
the
food
same.
cake is soft and spongy. It's like a
What is it?
pillow.
Chocolate cake's
No,
not soft and spongy.
no, I'm back on your side now. Angel
What?
food cake is definitely softer and
Yeah.
lighter.
No way, Brad. It's
We
chocolate.
don't know if it was an angel food
Yeah.
cake. I didn't have an angel food cake at my wedding.
Getting your
I'm
face-
nuptialed.
Yeah, did you
I
slam
didn't-
your
I didn't
your
do
partner's
this
face
shit.
into the
Yeah.
cake? Did
My betrothed told me to
Yeah.
not do the cake thing,
and
I listened like
Oh.
a good little boy.
yeah, which is how you.
And
sort
I'm
of-
still married.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't
So-
divorce you 27
Yeah.
days after.
Getting
this.
We
your
are
face-
on the rocks, but we're
But
still
it's-
going.
It's not going well.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
Getting your face pressed into an angel food cake is deceptively simple, Kevin.
It's devilish.
It's deceptively simple.
You guys think it's simple? I bet you by the time this episode's over, I could slam a cake into my face.
Okay.
All
I'd
right,
love
man.
to see that.
I don't know what
Sure.
kind of. I bet you I can do that.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
Thank you for shifting gears and sort of giving me the anti so that I could justify my position, Brad. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what
There's no
happens.
way.
We will
Yeah.
see.
We'll see.
Probably the cake from your girlfriend's birthday.
Well, shit, Thomas, if you're going to fucking wreck it for everybody, I'm not going to go upstairs. I'm not going to go into the fridge. I'm not going to grab the best cake I've ever eaten, and I'm not going to shove it into my face for a bit.
Best cake you've ever eaten?
It was really good. It was really good. Yeah, it was a mix of cookies and cream cake and cheesecake because Kara's sibling is she's a baker of sorts, a connoisseur of the cakes, and it was great. It was fantastic. Okay. But now I'm not going to go fucking enjoy it on the show because you kind of fuckered the surprise. Do you want to take a fucking break or what?
Do you think we did better than Jake and Amir? I guess is my question here. Did we kind of outclass the Masters?
I think you guys are there.
Yes.
I think it's on track. And I think you should go get the cake and you should shove it down your craw, brother.
That'll close the deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm on board.
We're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break. Kevin's going to get the cake.
Yep, I'll be right back.
Oh, he's actually going to get the cake. Hell yeah.
Hey Josh, do you like drinks?
Hey Rob, I love drinks.
Oh my gosh, would you like having a good time?
I love having a good time.
Then dude, you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles!
What? A comedic podcast about our favorite beverages?
Absolutely. Every week we have a guest on where they talk about their favorite beverage. And then we do a whole bunch of segments. You like segments, right?
Oh, if I'm not eating an orange by segments, then I'm not enjoying it.
What about games? You like dumb games?
I love the dumber the game, the more I enjoy it.
Then you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles, available wherever you find podcasts.
This is not a real break. Well, I guess we will probably cut this out.
No, let's leave it in.
Cool. But let's not make much of it. Let's just...
Yeah. People love silence on podcasts.
Yeah. Well, it does feel, look, it's boring, but then they're like, ooh, this is a glimpse, when they're not kind of on. Like, Brad, what's something comforting that you would only reveal during a break? But
I'm a
never
proud boy.
Oh, no. So all that racial content was really getting
I loved
riled up.
Yeah, it was really good.
If someone were to punch you, and do you think you could name 10 breakfast cereals?
Huh?
That's sort of the Proud Boy initiation ceremony.
Okay, yeah.
This is a real thing.
What?
You get punched in the arm really hard, and you have to name breakfast cereals. You also have to commit to not masturbating. Those are kind of two of the ways to join the Proud Boys.
Dude, that's so lame.
Okay. Fuck you.
You're a proud boy.
Yeah.
Do you have to name breakfast cereals? That's so easy.
I just loved Vice so much that when the main guy started the Proud... Isn't that Gavin something? Didn't he start the Proud Boys? Gavin Newsom or some shit?
No, it was some Canadian dude. Gavin Newsom's the governor of California, man.
Gavin McInnes.
Yeah.
But he did write for Vice previously, I think. Yeah,
really?
He co-founded Vice magazine.
He is Canadian, right?
Yeah, and I am unfortunately Canadian.
Me too.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah. You guys are both Canadian, right?
Yeah, we both brought up in Winnipeg. Wait, where are you from?
Winnipeg. I'm from New Brunswick.
Whoa. I've never been to the East Coast.
New Brunswick. I've never been to Winnipeg.
Never been. It's probably fine.
I'm going to Vancouver on Friday.
Oh, nice. Vancouver's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Winnipeg is worth going to for the Fringe Festival. That's like our big claim to fame in July.
Yeah. I'd go to a Jets game.
Yeah.
They're good right now.
I am returned.
Turns out Brad is Canadian and a Proud Boy.
Oh, we're so alike. No, where are you from?
New Brunswick.
Oh shit! I think I actually remember you mentioning that somewhere. I think you mentioned that on your Hill King show, didn't you? Growing up in New Brunswick.
Yeah, I think it comes up. Yeah, because it's weird that I like King of the Hill because it's all about. But then I moved to Oklahoma. I moved to like right next to Texas when I was in high school.
Right. That's pretty
unfortunately. Cool. No.
And well, I mean, in like the in the being Canadian of it all, not the Texas of it all.
Yeah. No, being Canadian is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, on your first episode, you kind of talk about that.
We chatted during the break, Kevin. You're going to want to keep it in. It was gold.
Was it?
Now I have incriminated myself.
Yeah. We're back.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Did you want to hear? So, Brad,
is that cake?
Yeah, baby. It's a fucking cake right here.
Why are you holding a latex glove?
I'm eating it with gloves on.
Kevin's got like a surgeon's outfit on.
What? He just didn't want to wash his hands.
Kevin eats every meal with latex gloves since COVID.
You're entirely right, Brad.
That's actually true?
Well, I wanted to palm it into my face for the image.
Yeah.
But then I realized that the image would also include me in the latex gloves. So now I just look like I'm eating like contaminated shit or something.
This is how Dexter eats a cake.
Yeah.
But
okay, Brad.
It's time, Brad, for your segment. You have brought a guest segment, and we would love to hear all about it now.
Yes, as I mentioned, it's a little blue. The name of my segment is Uncut Gems.
Ooh.
Shit. And also incredible name. Wait for the sound. There it is.
Am I able to share a screen, or should I just? I have some images.
Yeah,
there's a present button at the bottom
really
of your
nervous
window.
that the images are going to be uncircumcised people.
See,
we'll see.
You're already on board.
Thomas
here.
is a Jew. And
I am Jewish, so yeah,
Jewish
this is tread lightly,
man, and he's very...
There's no anti-Semitism here. I promise.
Well, that's too bad.
And you guessed wrong. That was the thing I did want.
He loves anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
All right, is that working?
Let's put this on the stage here. All right.
All right. So, Uncut Gems, as you may be able to ascertain from the title, we are going to be guessing if a celebrity is cut or uncut. Are you a gem or are you an uncut gem?
Oh my God.
Starting off with Joseph Robinette Rogan.
Okay.
What do you
his
think?
Nipples, he has the nipples of like a mother piglet.
Yes.
Like it's so this picture of him in a hot tub
begging to be
exist?
pinched.
Oh my God. I think he's got to be uncut.
I strongly disagree.
No, he's got cut energy. Actually.
I think Rogan has the insecurity. Like if you listen to his podcast, he just agrees with everything everyone else says. He just sort of takes their opinion as the truth, no matter who it is. That's a man with a snipped dick. I think he's cut.
You used Comic Sans, which I think is really great.
Yeah.
Really, you're gonna want to check out the video. It's not their penises yet, but it might. Be.
Just wait. You're both wrong. He is uncut.
Whoa!
Oh,
according to Intact America, which is a real website.
Intact America.
Yes, here's a quote from Joe. Quote: "It's a dick, not a jack-o'-lantern. You don't have to chop parts off to make it look better. That's stupid." End quote. Moving on.
Not only is he
Ben Affleck.
So Affleck, like, okay.
Okay.
I mean, he's hiding something underneath that towel.
Yeah, what's he thinking about? Is he thinking
the
about the raw flesh of his member touching that towel? Or
do we think like, does Dunkin' Donuts attract a foreskinned crowd or not?
That's a really good question.
I think.
Are you a Dunkin' fan?
I'm a Tim Hortons guy.
Right. Hell yeah.
Canadiana up in this bitch.
I think he's...
Thomas, are you a Dunkin' fan?
It's okay. They are sort of, I don't know. I feel like they've fallen off. They used to have better donuts. Now they kind of ship
So the
them
reason
in
I ask is that if
pre-made.
you're a Dunkin's fan and I'm not a Dunkin's fan, then I think he's uncut. Or wait, no, I think he's cut. Because I don't think I've ever had Dunkin's.
I think he's a Boston guy.
Okay.
And I think
he's cut.
As a Boston guy, he's wicked cut. He's wicked cut.
What?
You're wicked wrong.
Oh my God.
Uncut. Also, according to Intact America, quote, "I hate circumcisions. Get enough in me and I'll tell you how much I hate them."
So
this
is
real
weird
quote.
These people have the attitude towards circumcision of people who were circumcised.
That's why it's a good game. That's why it's a good game.
This is interesting. This is sort of a debate Thomas and I have had over the years as well. So it's
about circumcision.
Yeah. We've been best friends for years, and
Yeah.
one of us is cut and one of us isn't.
Yeah, Kevin thinks women should be circumcised. I
I am also an uncut gem. So I'm,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Okay.
Uncut gang.
Feeling
Yeah.
a little outnumbered.
yeah, hoodie gang.
Hoodie gang. Yeah. What's up, man? What's up, bro?
Moving on here, Russell Crowe.
Rusty Crow.
And it's
What do we
Russell
got?
Crowe's head on a crow.
On a crow. Yeah. I think Russell Crowe, he's older. He's of an era where it was very common, I think.
I
It was
think
like a,
I think there's no way because he's
got a
not-
ruggedness about him that I think a hood would kind of.
No, he's not circumcised because he's not American. Final
Okay,
answer.
he's not circumcised. Yeah.
I like that thought process. Correct.
Is it specifically common amongst America?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Like
I think
in
it's
Britain,
more
they
common,
They don't
yeah.
really do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dirty ass. Brits.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is uncut. Also, according to Intact America, here's another quote.
I feel like you're sponsored by Intact America, Brad. I feel like you've come on the show.
accepting a lot of money
Yeah.
from. I am the co-founder of
Yeah.
Intact America.
Yeah.
Quote: circumcision is barbaric and stupid. Why are you to correct nature? It is real
Why are
that
you
God
to
requires a
correct nature?
donation of foreskin.
Yes.
He does, right? Tim?
What do I need to explain to you, Russell? It's very simple. The rabbi traditionally uses his mouth
feeds
to suck
on
the
it.
foreskin
Yeah.
off.
Gladiator, more like Rabbi Hater. How about that?
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty
baby.
good.
drag
yeah.
him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the opening of.
I don't know.
Okay, let's go to the next one. I hope they're all.
Oh my
not-
God, this photo.
Bob Dylan.
This.
Why
What
is he
happened
dressed?
to him?
He's dressed like he's
He
like
looks
a.
like Justin Bieber.
This
costume.
is a normal photo of Bob Dylan. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
This is from
fuck?
intactmusic.com.
content.
It's a subsidiary of Intact America.
So far, 100% have been uncircumcised, and it might be
Right.
that none of them are circumcised to sort of
Right.
trick us.
Mm.
But I think
Right, it is called Uncut Gems. I guess
yeah.
it could just be people that Brad thinks are cool that don't have circumcised penises. Which would make sense starting with Joe Rogan.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a proud boy.
yeah. Right.
it's all over now, baby blue. I think
Okay.
a circumcised man. That's why he's such a powerful political voice because he too has scars.
Yeah, I think you don't get a voice like Bob Dylan without having like sort of. I think during the circumcision they kind of maybe missed a nick or something, and they kind of maybe got him. It's like, oh no, now I sound like this.
my dick.
Oh, like got no coverage on the hood of my penis.
It was really good.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Brad. Thank you. I believe you.
You are correct. Bob Dylan, his real name is Robert Zimmerman.
Yeah,
He is a born-again Christian, however.
Whoa.
is he?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe
Really?
he did convert back to Judaism.
Yeah.
But
Think outside the atheism.
think outside the bun. Think outside the foreskin.
I think I learned this from How To with John Wilson, but there are people that have been circumcised that are trying to like extend their foreskin back to how it started using like
Jelking.
pulleys and tugging at night, and it's truly a repulsive
No, wait.
science.
Yeah, there's a whole system.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You can read more about it on intactamerica.org.
This episode has been so phallic.
Yeah.
That, Alec,
We opened about cock and ball torture.
that was Brad.
He's on the show. It's part of the show. I'm
Okay.
talking about this
Number
episode.
5, let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, so these next ones are all from an issue of Men's Magazine in 1982, just for context.
Okay. it was-
JFK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got it chopped. Yeah.
There's no way a man of his time. In fact, I think there was a second moil at the scene that they didn't see. Sort of the
They sort of
magic-
cut it
Moil.
back and to the left. They sort of cut the
magic
foreskin.
bris, as it were. Like he
The
got,
grassy knoll was his
Yeah.
pubes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
There was
just
a
say
second
his
slicer.
convertible used to have a hood on it.
Oh,
Hey.
top
Yeah,
off
that's
for JFK, baby.
Yeah, you got shot in the head.
He
You're right.
really did. He really
According
did.
to Men's Magazine 1982, your boy is cut.
Yeah.
How big? How about How about his bro?
Oh, RFK.
RFK.
I think it would be fascinating if one of them was cut and the other one wasn't. I would really love
Don't
that.
ask what circumcision can do for you, but what you can do for circumcision. RFK is cut.
You think he's cut?
He is
cut.
an uncut gem.
That's
What?
fucking crazy.
No
We got
way.
brothers on the different sides of the spectrum. The
maybe
parents
he did the
changed their
stretching.
mind.
Maybe
That's
RFK
wild.
stretched his foreskin. Do you guys think? You guys think he
Maybe.
was once cut? That's wild. How the hell does
Yeah.
that happen? Who's older?
Maybe I think JFK's older. Maybe it was a botched circumcision. And the
Oh,
parents were like, we're not going to do that
Yeah.
again.
He does kind of like comparing how he looks to how JFK looks. He does kind of look more botched circumcision-y than
He
JFK
gives
does.
off botched circumcision energy. Yeah, for
Yeah, that
sure.
BCE.
Yeah.
You give off botched circumcision.
That's
energy.
how I separate time.
Yeah. This is before circumcision. And
Body
2021
circumcision energy,
BC.
and then-
Yeah.
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 Wow, that's
All right,
fascinating.
yeah.
And he never became president, but he was still assassinated. So you really should get circumcised if you
Yeah.
want to achieve.
Was he assassinated or did he died in a plane crash, right?
I thought he was assassinated.
Thomas is sort of part of a conspiracy theory cult.
No, he
that
was
sort of-
assassinated.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I-
I have no idea.
Yeah.
One of them
Was he?
died in a plane crash, right?
Yeah, you're thinking of Leonard Skinnerd, I think.
Oh yeah, no. I
Yeah.
always mix those up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
simple thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, easy.
He was,
What?
interestingly,
Mm-hmm.
he
What are you
was
doing?
shot by a Palestinian activist.
Ah.
Oh, well, shout out. Shout out to RFK's
Yeah.
uncircumcised dead body.
Yeah. Rounding.
I don't know what to say about that,
move on.
Thomas. What the fuck?
No, let's talk
Why
about
would you bring?
Palestine for a while.
Yeah, let's dive in now. Let's go in now. At 40 minutes in on cock and ball torture, let's start talking
Yeah.
about the fucking conflict. Yeah,
Right after
Moving
the
on.
dick segment.
Yeah. So respectful, so good.
I'm sorry.
Rounding it out here with New Brunswick
Jesus.
native
Oh, I
Donald
know.
Sutherland.
One of the greatest of all time.
Donnie
the greatest
Suds.
to ever
Yes,
do it.
The
Big
goat,
Sutherland.
Is this
according
our final-
to
is this our final
yes,
one?
final one according to Men's Magazine 82 summer issue.
Yeah.
Is your boy cut
Mhm.
or intact?
Donald Sutherland. I'm trying to think of the last movie I saw Donald Sutherland in. Thomas, what's your favorite Donald Sutherland film? I feel like you might have one that jumps to mind because
I mean,
knowledge
Classic is
of film.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Invasion of the
The hoodie
foreskin
snatchers.
yeah, something like that.
Invasion of the foreskins.
It's such like a blunt
Now
title.
that sounds anti-Semitic, doesn't it? Oh my god.
No, man.
That's really good.
But I do feel like whoops, did I just lose my audio for a second?
No, but I wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the universe trying to tell us something.
Yeah, exactly. Donald Sutherland, I think, he's got long locks. He usually kind of has like a bit of a Shaggy vibe about
Yeah.
him. Not like
You know
Shaggy
what?
the musician, but like Shaggy, like, long hair.
the best-
Shaggy foreskin.
Yeah, isn't yours like a little shaggy? Wouldn't you
Yeah.
describe
No, that
it
was
as-
my nickname in college.
because of your foreskin.
Yeah.
To be clear, yeah, that's
hairy.
cool.
The best kind of Don't Look Now is maybe the classic Donald Sutherland horror movie. A lot of it features them chasing around this little girl dressed in a red raincoat. And that does feel like a metaphor for
Schindler's List.
something that was lost, something that was taken away. So I'm going to say circumcised.
Right. I'm
Cut.
gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and distance myself from Thomas on this one and say he's uncut.
I'm afraid Thomas is correct on this one.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. He's a cut gem.
Congratulations, Thomas. You win.
That was a good segment.
That was too good.
It
It took us into
was
a
little too
terrible
good, Yeah, a
territory.
bit too much work went into it.
It's always
if-
nice when a guest shows up prepared because that's more than we do.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah, I'm a prepared boy.
appreciate that you didn't full screen it you didn't go presenter mode. That would have felt a little too pro.
Yeah.
So we
Don't-
kind of
And I did the
like-
Comic Sans. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, don't give him
I
shit
dumb it
on
down
the
a little bit
segment,
for your,
right? Don't
your
tell him-
dumbass listeners.
Yeah,
Whoa,
thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
Don't call them because they know, but they don't want to hear it, right? They don't.
Now,
they don't wanna,
normally-
like, you know.
our dumbass listeners expect an audience segment at this point, but Brad did say that he had a backup segment.
And
if you will.
yeah,
And I'm
this
kind of
is-
curious to know what it might be.
This one's
so
less phallic
sure.
and a little more broic, I think.
Okay.
Stoic
Okay.
and broic. I
Stoic
think
stoic
and
and
broic.
broic.
we've established a bit of a rapport here,
Sure, I
right?
think-
We're kind
I
of
feel-
becoming best friends.
I feel close
Yeah,
to
I
you,
would
yeah.
say so.
Yeah, we're all
you know.
Canadian.
Are you
That's
wearing
cool.
a Nanalan t-shirt? I
I'm-
just
yeah,
realized this. Fuck
baby.
yeah.
Thomas
Dude,
let's go.
is a huge
I
Nanalan guy.
Nanalan's having a big resurgence on
Yeah.
TikTok right now.
I know.
But like
Oh.
back
like
in the day,
a
one of the
decade
most
ago.
one of the funniest and most irritating shows ever made.
Yeah, it's great, and it's so sweet. I've been rewatching it on YouTube.
Yeah, Nutter Motto.
Sorry, Brad. You were trying to have a real conversation. I just thought I'd
Peepo.
quote over top of you.
Can we
Yeah.
pull up the Peepo video? real
You
quick?
probably can do it faster than I
Absolutely.
can. But yeah,
Just-
go ahead.
we'll get to
you
your
said
segment,
so you've
but
been
let's-
watching it recently, you said, Brad?
Yeah,
You're
they're
back in?
reposting all of it on YouTube.
Oh, okay, sure. And are you just like watching it sober?
Sometimes.
right. I almost got you into trouble there. It
Yeah.
felt like, I'm not actually your employer, right? You don't have to. You don't actually work for.
To dinner. No, restaurant. It's an version cartoon.
Look at how happy Thomas is.
Yeah, she's gonna go name some vegetables.
Tomato,
Oh,
Nutter Motto, in the coffee,
So the first one was a tomato. This is a mushroom. This is an onion.
sure.
No, that's a people.
And that, what is that? A pea pod? Is it
I
supposed to be
think
a
it's a
Yeah,
Peepo,
Peepo.
Kevin. So let's. Sorry to interrupt.
I
but
love that she talks like any French Canadian.
I recently learned that French Canadians, because they call KFC in Quebec PFK,
Yeah.
which is not even
And in New
true-
Brunswick, too.
Really, it's not even true in France. Like, this is how fucked up French Canadians are.
Yeah.
But they're
I
like,
am
what-
one, so
Yeah.
watch yourself.
Yeah, tread lightly.
Never
Hey, Brad, is that a
mind.
Tomato on your hat?
Is that another
what?
motto?
Is that
Yeah.
another motto on your hat?
Look, it's a huge relief to know that you're French Canadian, because no matter what I said this episode, they're more racist than me.
So
You're
true.
in the clear. Yeah,
It's
I
so
did also
true.
realize you're one of those crazy motherfuckers who keeps like a dead spider on their wall. Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
Whoa.
Concord. That's my
Concord.
friend.
Oh yeah. That's
Kevin's
I
got a
kinda-
big phobia of spiders.
Yeah, I don't like spiders. I don't.
Yeah, I don't
fuck
like
with
them either, but
Is this like
That's
a
why-
conquering of the fear?
It's a
yeah,
warning
it's like
to
an
others.
exposure therapy / warning to others.
Does it work? More so
Yeah.
for the exposure there. I don't know if people feel warned by you.
Oh no, they should.
Okay,
Yeah.
we've enough of this dilly dallying. Let's
Yes,
get to
your
your
segment.
second
Oh
segment.
God! Dude.
All right. As I mentioned, it seems we just bonded over a childhood program.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of a rapport. I have personally, I know I made a joke about it earlier. I've never had a nickname
Really?
before.
With
So
a
I
name
thought a
like
good-
Brad
a
Hild.
good-
I'm surprised you never had a nickname.
Well,
It's
I
good
actually I
punch.
took my wife's last name. My last
Okay.
name used to be Frenette.
Oh, okay.
French
Brad
Canadian.
Frenette.
Yeah.
Feminist alert.
Yeah. But, well, it was
Thomas
more,
doesn't have a soundboard, but that's it.
It was
Record
more
what I just said
because
and add it to the soundboard.
it was more because my wife's first name is Marette.
Okay.
So
Ferret.
had she taken my last name, her
Sure.
name would be Marette Frenette
Yeah,
That's
that's
very funny.
That
Nobody-
sucks for her.
nobody
Yeah,
does.
That's
that.
cruel. Yeah. You
No.
can't
And
do
also,
that.
I'm a feminist.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
And the truth comes out.
2024. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I thought
yeah.
it would be cool if we
Yeah.
gave all of each other nicknames.
I love this.
I love this.
So
As a
I
quick
just want to
little
say
side
I've
story-
assigned myself many nicknames over the years because I'm
Yeah.
one of those people that wanted one and wouldn't get one.
Yeah,
so I just
same.
like, did you? So like, I have some very funny ones from when I was younger. I asked people to call me Thrust Viper.
That's
the
awesome.
big one. I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. It's
Yeah.
Thrust Viper.
It's good. Thomas and I once sort of
Donuts was another.
Yeah,
one
I sort
came
of
up with.
one day decided it would be a good idea to try and anoint Thomas with a nickname by just telling all of our friends that he had been called Donuts.
Yeah.
And then I'd been calling him Donuts for years, so I just started doing it, and it actually
Yeah.
worked. It was really kind of just a shitty form of bullying some of our other friends, I think.
Yeah,
but
That's
He's
how all
tricking them.
nicknames.
yeah. So that's that.
That's the best kind of nickname.
I've had a fair amount of. I mean, I get like I used to be a musician that would go by KR a lot, and I got that a lot, and I was a DJ. I lived so I've had a few that have stuck, but nothing that like people just usually call me Kevin or K.
Yeah.
You
You call me T sometimes.
I call you
Kevin.
T a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should clarify. I did have nicknames in high school, but they were all bullying related.
Oh, sure.
Such
sure.
as-
My nickname in high school, because foreign
Yeah.
in Oklahoma, a small town in Oklahoma, like
Oh,
farming town. My nickname was Gay-Nadian.
Oh
Because my brother
Well-
had the nickname Canadian,
Yeah.
so that was
Gay-
taken.
There goes my first idea for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Well, we have nothing now. Yeah.
I need to say, because I also went to school in 6th grade. I went to Hamburg High School in New York. I'm a dual citizen, and my nickname
Brag.
was the Canadian Jew boy was what they called me. So not very creative. When they see a Canadian,
Yeah.
they know what to
God.
do.
Americans just don't have the creativity.
They're
that
not.
we have.
They're not coming
Yeah.
up with new ideas, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a brown kid and I was in school, and so Sandy was my nickname. But it doesn't take long to figure out kind of how
Oh my
they got
God.
there. Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
I was gonna go with.
Yeah,
French Canadians can't trust them.
there
All right,
it is.
so how about let's do this round style. Like Brad gives Kevin a nickname, Kevin gives me a nickname, I give Brad a nickname, or
I love
something
that.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
Does
Yeah,
anyone
okay.
have a sort of idea to?
I think I've got one for Kevin.
Okay,
That's
sure.
shocking. Okay.
I just watched Mighty Ducks,
Okay.
and you were just eating some cake,
Okay.
Okay.
and a nickname in that movie is Cake Eater,
Cakey.
and your name starts with a K.
Oh,
So
yeah.
either Cakes or Cake Eater.
Cakes or Cake Eater. I'd take that. I kind of like that.
I'd cake that.
I'd cake that.
Nice.
Every time I say any word that rhymes with cake, I have to
Yeah.
replace it with cake, like
Yeah,
the Bloods and the Crips do.
cake me on.
Cake me.
Cake on me.
Cake on. Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching the Mario
With Christopher Pratt.
movie.
Yeah. Cakestopher Pratt. I love it. I'll be Cake Eater / Cakes in the short form. Thomas. I think it's about time that people understand something about you that they never have before. I'm going to call you the Wild Irish Rose. I'm going to call you the Wild Irish Rose because, Thomas, no, he's not Irish. No, he's not even wild. And I dare say he's not floral in any capacity. But this motherfucker and I used to get drunk on a syrupy little fortified wine known as Wild Irish Rose. And I remember once Thomas got so drunk off of the Wild Irish Rose, he was puking and shitting at the same time. And I wanted to tell people that. And I
You could
did.
call him puke shit.
Oh, that's way better. Puke shit. Puke shit. Yeah, let's go with
WIR,
that.
man.
Oh,
Puke
yeah.
shit.
Puke shit.
Okay.
Puke shit. Puke shit. Puke shit.
Everyone comment puke shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Puke
own
shit
it.
in the comments.
I'm gonna own it, and it won't hurt anymore.
Just like I did with Gay-Nadian.
Hashtag puke shit in the comments. You can write your local representative and ask them to support puke shit. Thomas, do you have a nickname for Brad? Oh, sorry, I should puke shit. Do you have a nickname for Brad?
Go easy on me, puke shit.
Yeah, okay. This is fun.
Go easy on me, puke shit.
Okay, thank you. And now I'll say my nickname.
Yeah.
Guess it's my turn.
Yeah. Go on.
Chad Hild.
Just a different name.
Kind of
I hate
alpha
that.
in the podcast. He's
I
a
hate
Chad.
that.
You want him to be the same. It's 4 letters.
Chad
it's the
Hild.
same. You just want him to be Chad Hild. He probably knows a Chad Hild.
Yeah.
I bet you his wife has a brother named Chad or a cousin or something.
Exactly. 3 of them.
Yeah.
How about this one? How
Also,
about this one? Bad Dild. Because you're a bad dildo. And this episode is over.
And we'll
Is there
never
anything
talk
you'd like,
to your
is
ass
there anything
again.
you'd like to plug?
Yeah, man.
speaking of bad dills, is there
Yeah.
anything you'd like to plug?
Feels like the energy took a bit of a shift because of the
Yeah,
whole
it really
puke
kinda-
shit thing.
Yeah, once we kind of Thomas doesn't do well. He can take it, give it out, but he can't really take it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So
Me,
is
on the
there
other
anything-
hand, bad Dild can take it.
can take it.
And you should go and watch the Dild Kings podcast.
It's just it's an adult reimagining
Yeah.
of the King of the Hill show,
starring
right?
Bad Dild.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Check out the Hill Kings podcast if you're a fan of King of the Hill.
Check it out.
My co-host Chris and I have a wonderful time. He's a huge King of the Hill fan. He named his son Hank.
Whoa.
Oh my God,
He
really?
he named him Henry, but we call him Good Hank.
Oh
That's
yeah.
amazing.
We're watching every episode of King of the Hill over there, and we edit it all, and we put it on YouTube, and there's good little goofs and little stuff going on.
You're sort of falling into yourself as you're
I'm shrinking.
yeah,
Oh,
you're just
yeah.
don't be
Yeah.
careful because the spiders tend to take up more of the frame if you do that, and it will.
Yeah, he
kind of
does
cause
that,
me to
yeah.
freak out. So
Yeah.
like I will try.
Check it out.
Yeah.
You guys should come on and guest.
Would
Yeah, we
love
will,
to
yeah.
guest on it. Huge fan
Thomas-
of King of the Hill.
Yeah,
Great
Thomas
show.
I'm a fan of King of the Hill. Thomas is like a TV and like cartoon. Like you were a Simpsons like aficionado, right? Thomas?
I'm slowly trying to make it a Simpsons podcast because I'm a huge
okay.
Simpsons fan.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
I basically watched King of the Hill because it was just on after
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
When it felt like when I was younger, like King of the Hill was like, even though I think they're both great shows, it felt like this weirdly more adult, like not everyone gets why this is funny. So there was something exciting about King of the Hill. It's,
Right. It was like more mature and less accessible for the youth, it felt like.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
interesting to go back and watch like from season 1 and now that we're on season 2 because King of the Hill is just starting to ramp up in quality while The
Yeah.
Simpsons is taking such a hard nosedive.
Oh,
right.
sure. Yeah.
Season 9-ish
Oh,
era
yeah.
Simpsons.
So
It's like
yeah,
really
it's
where
like
it started.
fills the
Yeah.
gap.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
weird is the voice and animation in season 1 of King of the Hill? I feel like it's quite different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you can tell how like hand drawn, and it was like a 12 episode order. There's tons of really like we shit on the Foley and sound effects a lot because it sounds like they just recorded it with like a cup in a closet. But
Just
season
terrible.
2 is pretty big leap in production and guest stars. It's a
Oh,
huge
okay.
guest star show.
They made a lot of money.
Favorite character?
Favorite character is Luann. We're Lou Stans on the
Wow.
show. We're
Interesting.
Luaniacs.
I do like Luann. That's a good
Yeah.
pick. I feel
Every-
like
That's Hank's wife?
No,
Or
that's
daughter?
their niece that lives with them. The
Oh, yes.
hottest-
Brittany
the hottest
Murphy.
character.
Brittany
Yeah.
Murphy's character, yes.
Yeah. So we at the
Um,
end of every episode we crown a Hill King for the episode. We give
Okay.
the episode an MVP because it is a competition and art needs to be ranked and judged.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And Luann had, I believe, 50% of the Hill Kings in
Wow.
season 1.
Shouts out to Luann. Shouts out
Yeah.
to Luann.
Brittany Murphy,
R.I.P.
rest in power. Yeah.
Rest in power. Yep.
I'm a Cotton and a Dale fan myself.
Yeah, we like Cotton
but
a lot too.
There's so many good ones. Great show. Let's since it is a competition, Brad, if you could pull out your phone, if you're listening at home, go to the podcast app, rate Oops All Segments 5 stars. All
1 star, got it.
No, wait,
No,
Brad, no, because like
We do
I know,
Star.
I like weirdly, I got that
Yeah.
Headgum memo that they sent out to everybody asking
Writing a
people to do that.
review.
No, please don't do that because it'll kind of impact more because like they.
I
because
guessed it on this
sort of a-
show,
we sort
and
of carry a lot of weight in
They
the biz and
bullied me for the entire
No,
episode,
no. I mean, that might
and
even be
called
accurate.
me
Just talk over it.
Dilled King.
That's not, that's half true.
that's only
you
kind
came up with that. If
folks,
you enjoyed the show,
Yeah.
listen to Kevin's other D&D podcast, What We Do in the Basement, which I used to be on, and then I fucked off. Oh shit!
Hey,
nice. Little
nice.
D&D fan.
Maybe you should
Amazing.
come guest on What We Do in the
Yeah, you
Basement.
could
That'll be
fill
Would
the
love
void
that.
I left.
Yeah.
I've been a DM for 5 years.
Wow,
No,
that's
no
awesome.
kidding. Oh, awesome, man.
baby.
Man, I wish
Yeah.
I wish this were a show where we actually talk to people and ask them questions because we find out all the interesting points of connection at the
does
very
happen.
end.
It does happen a lot
Stupid
on air where I'll be like,
circumcision
oh,
jokes.
this is something we have in common. but
there's
instead, let's
simply
bring
no
up
time to get
Palestine.
into this.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
But let's
Anyway.
talk about puke shit some more.
Yeah.
If
But
you
yeah,
like the show,
if you like
submit
what-
a segment, give us a review, recommend
Yeah.
it to your friends, watch it
my
on
God,
YouTube, like, subscribe.
do all the work. Do all the work for us. When is this coming out? It's coming out then. Club Soda's got a improv show. If you're in Winnipeg, if you're one of the Canadians we're talking about and you want to see me in person, we've been doing improv for 7 years. We're doing a 7-year anniversary show. I think it's March 16th at the Gas Station Arts Center. There'll be a ticket link in the description for this. Thomas, do you have any shows in person you need to plug?
Yeah, if you're in Chicago, you can check out Trigger Happy at The Annoyance on Saturdays at 7. Pretty fun.
Whoop, 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 whoop. And Brad, you don't want anyone to ever talk to you in person, right? Just to be clear.
No, if you see me on the street, cross it.
Right. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Brad.
Yeah.
I've been Kevin. That was Puke Shit. Folks, this was Oops All Segments. Goodbye.
Depot.
You're for-